going back to William and Mary, what is it about them as monarchs that made the constitutional monarchy so successful?
I'm going to spin it on his head here. I don't think they did make it successful. I don't think William knew what was happening, to be honest with you. A lot of times he sat there saying, you know, can I do this? Can I do that? And Parliament's like, yeah, go on then. We'll let him off. It's the driving of those political factions to begin with that makes the monarch popular, because they're the ones that are saying, actually, power is with us now. It's not with the divine right of kings. It's through the popularity of the people that's in charge of the monarchy, which is Parliament. Kings are not, the Parliament sits still in the king's name. Even to this day, it still does. But there's rules now. The rules are that there's a constitutional monarchy. That's where the power is. The monarchy doesn't really want to get involved in day-to-day political activity. They were the ones that were pioneers that turned around and said, well, actually, we're going to leave the country to people who know better than us, the running of it, and we'll just take a stipend from the government to keep his mouth shut and make us in charge of the army and go from there. And to me, this might be a little bit conspiracy. It's no coincidence that they go for a German-speaking monarchy after that, because they're in the same boat. It gives time to the idea to think, actually, what English do you know, George, after this? And he knows absolutely nothing, and therefore they're again at the mercy of Parliament. It's beneficial for Parliament.
Plus his religion too.
Absolutely. It's beneficial for the religion and the fact that they're sat there thinking, well, what's happening? I don't really know. Well, just sign this and you'll be fine. All right, I get that. Done. You know, and that to me is why the monarchy has endured as much as what it has, because people feel like that they have some kind of ownership of it. You know, it's done well through the fact that people feel that they can relate, strangely. And that's fantastic if people think that, to be honest with you. I think if they want to go down that route, they can do. I'm less inclined to go down that route. I think that monarchy's had its day, but it's something that I'm in the minority of, and in a democracy, the majority wins.
Do you think that has a lot to do with the popularity of the monarchy, with the fact it's not even codified?
Yes, I think that, yeah, I think people don't really know what goes into it, neither. An uncodified constitution, it kind of favours the writer rather than the reader. You know, we have this succession bill from 1707, and basically we changed that in 2010 to make a girl has the same status as a boy when it comes to inheriting the throne. 2010? Really? I mean, with what happened in the 1960s and 1970s, surely that'd be something that should have done years ago. But 2010, it just seems a little bit out of date for me. But again, I think they look at things as a social norm a bit slower, because then people can turn around later. Well, at least they're changing. At least they're doing the best that they can. At least what we go from then. And again, if we go back to the 17th century, you've got a king in Charles just putting forward what he believes is right, and he loses his head for it. Whereas people aren't, oh, well, they're doing the best that they can under difficult circumstances. It's like, why aren't we getting our rights now? That's the difference. That's why I believe we've gone back a little bit politically.
If you really enjoyed that, there's some more content down here. But don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.